Blog Talk Radio.
Check out the full episode of this on Mentellect Patreon.
In the name of Amen, the Supreme, the All-Powerful, the one and only true Lord, in Amen we trust, as the Republic of Mentellect, the real 144,000 is being gathered in this day and time, the Mentalists, the Amen race, the bright race. Good evening, I'm your host, Intellectual Newman Menkares. This is Mentellect Radio. Tonight we're going to be discussing hell. Is hell and heaven really the third and fourth dimension? Is hell really the third dimension and heaven the fourth dimension? Yep. Yes, it is. You see, heaven and hell was a spiritualized, watered-down way of saying the upper earth and the lower earth. The upper earth and the lower earth. Because heaven, just like hell, is a state. It's a state of being. Hell, which is the bottom part of heaven, the zero to the heaven or to the haven. Why? Because heaven, or the fourth dimension, is where we have clear and extended power into the outer dimensions. This is our haven, our heaven, where we receive our power to rule over the earth. Those in heaven are supposed to rule over hell. These are two states or stages of earth, right? Two stages or states of earth. Because the fourth dimension is the upper earth. It is the upper earth, the highest point of earth, until you start moving into other dimensions of this biosphere. Earth is the bottom of the biosphere. The biosphere is Amen. Earth is the bottom, the very bottom, produced, that we created, that we projected. Only take out the created part. That we projected. That we projected for the purpose of harvesting elements from it. I told you all before in the class that we did, the private class, that Earth was projected into physical manifestation for the harvesting of its materials that were projected here by solar projection into the Earth through gases. Earth was harvested for the resources. Is hell really the third dimension and heaven the fourth dimension? Yes, they are. That's what they're trying to explain in the Bible when they're talking about heaven and hell. These are places on the earth and earth's atmosphere. These are actual spaces on earth and earth's atmosphere. We come from the fourth dimension. The humans were created in the third dimension. This is our hell right here. Being told what to do by these humans, taking orders from these humans. In a world where these humans are in charge and they're not in change, like the animals they are. The world we live in. For now, are these real states of being? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Very real. Oh, she wouldn't have heard about them. See, when the beast tells you things, they only tell you things that they've heard about, they've experienced, they've seen, or picked up from someplace else, and they basically acknowledge it. Very little is done in the way of fantasy with them, other than their supposed superiority. Who can enter these spaces? Only the elect can enter these upper spaces. Only the elect. Those who are chosen to enter those upper spaces, which is the Amen race. Why can only certain people enter it? Because your humans would die, and they couldn't even live in the fourth dimension. They would die there. So the third dimension is the highest they can go. This is an open space for those of our people who are being raised mentally to receive and move in that space. What does it mean in the evolution of the elect? It means the regeneration of their power. In short. And that's it. For the complete broadcast, you're going to have to go to Mentellect Patreon. Go to Mentellect Patreon for this complete broadcast, because it will not, I guarantee you, it will not be on YouTube. Subscribe to Mentellect Patreon and join the Mesoamerican community.
It's the Republic of Mentellect, rising out the black race to the bright race, out the black race to the bright race. It's the Republic of Mentellect, black race to the bright race. If it's hell, I'm in, then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you. The infinite capability.